I'm afraid of what you're gonna ask me because ain't nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth gonna come out.
Well, we're recording, so that's a good thing. We're here with Mr. Charles McDougald, 571 Broad Street, the owner of the warehouse. And how you doing today, Mr. McDougald?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Thank you for coming to interview. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you giving me the interview and your time, brother. The first question that I would like to ask you is the club scene. Where do you see this thing? Why is it the way that it is?
Well, for some people it might be a little scary. But you know what? You did ask me where did I see this club scene going. Well, I think that if people would just go back to what we originally were doing in the beginning, which was following the music instead of the DJ, I think we'd be in a better place. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Because when you love the music, you go where good music is being played. And you should also like the space. If you like your space and you like the music, then any one that you could think of that you want to hear will come to that space. Because right now we're settling for a lot of stuff that we shouldn't be settling for.
I totally agree.
But wait, but I also think, I think the music scene still has potential to grow, but there's some things that we need to let go of and let into our
but let's just be frank about it. Our
realm.
Let's just be frank about it. Such as.
I think we need to include a lot of the youth in our in the things that we do in regards to house music, because if we don't, the house music is just going to die with our generation, which would really be a tragedy if house music died with our generation. You know what I mean? And we've become jaded in our old age. A lot of people don't like when young people come to our parties. I'm an advocate for it. I think we should include 21-year-olds and on up at our parties, man. I mean, educate them, teach them what brought us into the house scene, period. I mean, think about it. When we were kids, we were sneaking into the clubs.
Exactly.
They might not have wanted us to be there, but we were there. And look at us now. We're in love with the community. We're in love with the sound. We're in love with the scene. Everything about house, And everybody keeps using the phrase "for the love." For the love, yeah, because that's all we got is the love, man. So there we are. I think we got a good place to go, but we need to we need to allow other people in our circle.
I totally agree. My next question to you is, as a black owner of a club, and of a club that is on the uprise and becoming very successful, what do you see that needs to be done as us as a community supporting us?
Okay. I'd like to say, honestly, I think that we should support the people that support us, okay, and not take advantage of us. There are places that will only have us because we will drink more of whatever else they're selling. Forget about the music part. They're worried about us buying the alcohol and buying the food, and it's not about the culture. It's not about they didn't build that place for us. So they want what they can get out of us. They use us, and when they figure out that we're not buying as much as they'd like for us to buy, they get rid of us. But there are a few people outside of the black community that really do cater to the house culture. 100% cater to the house culture. I, as a black owner, would love for our culture to patronage me, but I know sometimes realistically it may not work out because they're influenced by other situations. it's, this isn't the prettiest place on the planet, and it wasn't meant to be. I built it for the culture of house. So I meant for it to look underground and feel underground. I'd like for people. I don't know if I answered your question or not, but I'm an advocate for black people supporting black businesses.
Okay, let me ask you a question this way also. I've noticed and I admire that as a business owner, you have adjusted to more than one type and style of music, and not just all house, all rap. You have integrated into your club different styles and different types of music. Is that because you had to, or is that because
there's a long-term vision? Okay, I built this place for the house community, 100%. But until the house community is able to come around and figure out that they can sustain themselves, I have to do certain things to keep the place for when the house community is ready. You know what I mean? So I do other things like hip hop and R&B, and I do live shows and poetry, and I think I'm gonna end up doing some karaoke with some old friends of mine, and we do a bunch of different things. I rent the space out to keep the place for the house community when the house community is ready. I still do a first and third Sunday with just house music, but when I used to have house music in the forefront on a Friday or a Saturday, but I can't do that right now because it's not enough patronage to sustain the place overall. So I have to be diverse and bring an income into the location.
Great answer.
I haven't built a studio, and I'm doing a nail salon thing, and I'm gonna put a gaming situation here too. So.
Oh, you beat me to the question. I was just about to ask you about your salon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're gonna do an all male salon. Everybody's like, you should do female and male, but we don't have a place that we can go and not have to be like around the sisters that we would I'm gonna say it like this: the sisters that we potentially date, and them see us in our flaws, meaning our nails and our feet, and I always considered myself to have ugly feet, man. So I would go and get my feet done, and I got to go be around a bunch of sisters, and wondering if they're gonna be looking at me kind of weird. So I decided to do an all male nail salon, and I think it's going to be a good thing. We can go somewhere amongst ourselves and better ourselves too, because we can talk about grooming and all kind of things like that. Because I'm a 45-hour shower man. I'll stay in the shower for 45 minutes because I'm a germophobic too. So I'm a little funny with that. But we can talk about grooming and shaving, and because my father was a barber, my grandfather was a barber, he taught me things about my face and that I gave to my son. My son was having facials at the age of 16. My son had, and still does have, like, beautiful skin. And these are things that we can share, with other brothers. Especially, like, there's a lot of Muslim brothers that don't want to be around women, but at the same time need to maintain, their nails and their feet and their face and so on and so forth. So, nail salon.
Beautiful. Is there anything in particular that you would like to say to the people out there, the club people in general? Mm-hmm. People in general, just, is there anything that you personally would like to get out there and say to them? And also, after you give that answer, you can give a schedule of, like, what happens here and how it happens. Okay. The days that it happened and how it happened.
Brothers and sisters, I can only ask that you be sensitive to your brother and sensitive to your sisters, because we all go through certain things, and everything that people say and do may not be to your liking, but you should understand that everyone has a situation. And because everyone has a situation, you should try to overlook whatever is touching you personally in regards to that person and what they may or may not have done to you or for you. Sometimes you ask people for stuff and they can't give it to you right then and there, and you might get a little upset, but think about it in the long run. They think about all the things that they've done for you prior to you asking that favor, man. It could be many, it could be vast, or it could be few, but there's effort. So, all I ask is that you be understanding. Now, in regards to the schedule, Hip Hop and R&B on Fridays and Saturday from 9 to 2. And then we have some special things that may happen after to about 6. That's Friday and Saturday. The first and third Sunday of every month from 4 to 12 a.m. is house music. It starts with a tea party on the first Saturday with Eddie Nicholas. And then Rashim Ahmed sweeps us up on the third Sunday with house music, and it's really a good thing. So please come out and support us. Come out and hang out with us. I've had people come for the first time in the whole time that we've been here, and they've been coming back ever since. So please come hang out with us.
Mr. McDougald, I appreciate your time, and I know you're a busy man, and your love that you're showing me for granting me the opportunity to even give you this interview, and
please,
brother, keep doing what you're doing. Keep this thing going.
Thank you.
And in God's will, inshallah,
it
will do nothing but grow and become better. Much
Thank
love
you.
to you, brother, and I appreciate this interview with the best of the best for you.
Shukran, brother. Shukran.
Afra.